Hey everybody, it's Jim with the Friday video, and guess what? This is almost the last Friday video. Next week will be my last one, but a couple things to share before we get to Will, our new CEO. First of all, we had a tremendous opening at Weatherford, and I want to thank everybody that was involved in that. It takes a team effort to pull off something like that. We had so many shoppers lined up. I met so many cool people that were very enthusiastic about us coming to Weatherford. And of course, we're creating jobs. We're going to be able to provide workforce development services there. So great job to the whole team for Weatherford. Super job. The other thing I want to mention is that Will and I are going to be traveling this weekend to Fort Worth. You know, such a spot that everybody wants to go to. Fort Worth, Texas, for what's called the Delegate Assembly. That's the national conference for Goodwills from all over the country. We'll have some business, we'll have some teaching and training sessions and that sort of thing. So we'll be gone first part of next week, and then back probably we'll return on Wednesday. And then I'll be here for my last 2 days, Thursday and Friday. So mixed emotion on that. I'm happy to hand off to Will. But sad to be leaving you guys, because you've been such an important part of my life, and I've gotten so much inspiration and encouragement from you. So thank you for that, and let's meet Will. There he is.
Hi, everybody.
All right, so Will, we typically ask 3 questions during the Friday videos. Tell us a little bit about how you got to Goodwill.
How I got to Goodwill, it was kind of a family affair. My family had been running Goodwill Houston for a really long time, since the early 60s. And then it just became natural that I would jump into Goodwill and join the family of Goodwill. And I started in Houston, ended up moving down to Corpus Christi as the chief operating officer, and then had the lovely blessing of coming up here to Oklahoma City and joining you guys.
Yeah, well, you described that perfectly. It's anytime you can leave Texas and come to Oklahoma, it's a good thing. So the second question we typically ask, and this, you've only been on the job for a week now, but so far, what do you like best about your job?
What do I like best about the job? It's the people. That's always been my favorite thing about Goodwill, is the people that we deal with, the people that we work with. And so walking in, seeing faces in the hallways that are excited to see you, walking in and hearing all the ideas from the teams that are existing in the building, all the things that people want to do, and then jumping into a store opening, seeing how we operate stores here, seeing the wonderful store in Weatherford, and watching all the staff work and work together, and seeing all the management come in. It's just a wonderful time. It's my favorite part, is the people.
Yeah, that's great. All right, last question. We always ask folks, what advice would you give the rest of us about how we can be great employees for Goodwill?
Communicate and listen. I always will sit on the mindset of, if you're able to communicate effectively, speak out your ideas. Don't be afraid to say what you need to say. Don't be afraid to come up with ideas, explain the idea, even if you think, this doesn't really make any sense. It's always great to at least walk through that idea, and then also listen. Because other people have ideas, and other people may have suggestions, they may have thoughts, anything else that goes on. So being able to listen to somebody, being able to be an active listener and a good listener, and work towards hearing the idea and communicating effectively will take you great places. So communicate and listen.
Yeah, I'm just looking at our wall here where we have the 4 core values. Respect involves listening, and that's one of the first things on that poster. So great advice. And I was telling someone today, Will, communication is the key to making sure that things run well, that we avoid misunderstandings. And the key to communication is listening well. And that doesn't mean just sitting there silently. It means leaning in, eye contact, asking questions. And like Will was saying, speak up. If you've got an idea, if you've got a concern, we want to hear about it. Even if you think, well, that's not a very good idea, it might be. Or even if it's not a great idea, if you speak it, someone else will say, well, let's take that idea and add this, and now it becomes a great idea. So speak up. We'd love to hear from you. What else, Will? Anything else you want to say?
I'm happy to be here. Thank you. Everybody has had a wonderful reception for me, and I've been received well, so I think. Everybody seems to be excited and happy, and I'm excited, and I have to thank Jim. It's been a wonderful transition. I've loved working with him. I'm kind of bummed that we only have 2 weeks together, because it's been a lot of fun. but I'm looking forward to the future, and thank you for welcoming me up here.
Yeah, great. And I told some people I'm trying to get on the facility staff because I can spackle really well, but I'm not sure Brian Alton's going to hire me, so I may have to retire.
I did have a meeting with everybody. They said we needed to hire some people in facilities anyway, so we may have a job.
Okay, we can hope. All right, thanks everybody. Next week, the last installment of the Friday video, and I don't know where I'll be, but I think Patty Martin is scheduled to be our next Friday visitor. So look for that next Friday. We'll see you till then. Bye-bye.